What is going on, chat? Happy Sunday. I hope you all are having a great Sunday. Twitch, Quinstair 706 follow.
welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. The Steel City is ready, and
Acrisure Stadium here in Pittsburgh. Today, a good matchup here in the AFC. It's the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Along with my partner Greg Olson, it's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Off we go from the Steel City. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today, and when he plays well, this is proven to be a really hard team to beat.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A big play right out of the gate on the first play. 39 yards. At the 29-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And to pick up 3 or maybe 4. John Franklin Myers there on the stop.
Myers on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 5. On the ground is Jalen Waller. And they smacked him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, Rodgers got his man at the 6. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he is going to come up short.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game, where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
From the 1, 2nd and goal.
158.
They run on the jet sweep, and he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses...
And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Aaron Rodgers. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's So the offense will take over. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. That is intercepted. Picked off by Peyton Wilson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ballgame. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
Play action now with Rodgers. This one grabbed by Austin. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
1st down for Aaron. That's complete to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be out of bounds as the 1st down completion nets about 3. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it 2nd down and 7. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Here's a handoff to Waller. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
Look 58. Look 58.
In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. There's a short one caught by Fryermuth. Forget about 6 before he's taken down. Third and 5.
Brings up third and 5.
Rodgers now. This one caught at the 4. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on third, and it sets up a first and goal.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
No gain on the play.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
And he's going to go backward, taken down at the 6.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal. So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
A 22-yard attempt.
2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. Now on fourth down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers.
A 22-yard
This
attempt.
about as short as you can get. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will extend to a 10-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0. They come up with first and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Now here's another.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Ready for football now from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. Today, a good battle in the AFC. It's the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Please welcome your 2026 Pittsburgh Steelers.
Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. It's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Off we go from Pittsburgh. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers.
There's not many guys, Mike, in NFL history that while their career is still ongoing, they already are considered a no-brainer finding themselves in Canton one day. And this guy is certainly at the top of the list. And let's not forget, this is not some washed quarterback who can't let go of the ball. He's still capable of playing at an all-pro level. If he continues to do so, any team he's on is going to be a Super Bowl contender.
Brings up second and 7.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Once again, it's Warren. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. They get 22 yards there. That's a Steeler first down.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
1 yard again. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. They run out of the gun with Warren. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. And it sets up 3rd down. Now Rodgers. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
And that is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless ball game.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
Throw it here on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped. And that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
On 2nd down, it's Hicks in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. That is T.J. Watt getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
To the sideline, nice job. They pull that one in, but that is still well short of a 1st down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
On play action, Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Metcalf.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike, and that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
Rodgers here on 2nd down. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Open man, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
And the Steelers first down.
18.
First and 10.
Rodgers going up top again. He takes off. From the 25, here's 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
58.
So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter. They've got it with 2nd and 3 coming up. On the handoff, this is Warren. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Patrick Surtain makes the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
Blue 58 on it. Green 18.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. We'll talk things over before 3rd down. Rodgers. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They've got him.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This from 45 yards away. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Steelers will take a 3-0 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Broncos offense about ready to get going on their second possession. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. He'll dump this out wide to Dobbins. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. We get a stoppage for an injury. Oh, that is T.J. Watt, who is in some discomfort. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, here's Nix. The throw there on 2nd down will be incomplete.
I really like this call, Mike. These are rundowns. 2nd and short. All right, what do most teams do? Just extend the drive, pick up a 1st down. This is prime opportunity for play pass, play action, trying to take a shot. Now, it falls incomplete, but you still have 3rd and potentially 4th down, and you only need a couple yards.
And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the
You can see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
Play action now. It's Nix. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. They're going to work this down inside the 45. They get 15 on that game. Good for a Denver 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. Now, faking the give. That is incomplete, taking the shot there as we reach the 2-minute warning. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun. It's Nix. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. And this is going to remain a 3-point game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
A-Rod down to throw on 1st down. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Rodgers. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Rodgers on 3rd and 2. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to have a 1st down here as they are into field goal range at the 27. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. That's out wide to 1.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Rodgers. This one grabbed by Austin. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. And he overshoots everyone. It's through the back of the end zone, and incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Rogers. That's hauled in at the 2. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal.
Is it time to turn to the running game to get in? Third and goal coming up.
319! 319!
In the shotgun, it's A-Rob. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes fourth and goal. The Broncos going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on fourth and goal. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on down.
And what a job here by the defensive line. They've got to hold their ground. Any sort of push by the offense is going to result in a touchdown. But here, the defense comes through with a huge goal line stand, and they're able to keep this offense out of the end zone.
Nick Smith on first and 10. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. And he's going to give him some breathing room past the 15-yard line.
That's good for a Bronco.
So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our studios in Orlando. Scott Hansen with you, and we'll keep it brief because the scoring has been brief. Just one field goal as we play on 3-0. I was promised there'd be touchdowns, so let's find out if we could get one in the third quarter. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. On the return, here's Mims. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Broncos offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with first and 10. On the bootleg, it's Nix. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. P.J. Watt getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. Now it's going to be third down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
So barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it looks like this is going to be a 3-and-out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. Steelers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. On 1st and 10, it's Warren. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Alex Singleton, they're on the tackle. From the 21, here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Rodgers will set up the screen to Gainwell. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
Gain of a yard.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Jalen Warren was the man he was trying to connect with. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. Still in search for their first points in this one. But only trailing 6-0. And this drive will begin with the 1st down. To throw is Nix. Left side, that's complete. It's Sutton. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
No chance at all. He'll go down. That is Deshaun Elliott on the safety flip, bursting in to record the sack.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play. That's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. They'll throw. It's Nix. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. What that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart. I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision.
And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start with great field position, right at midfield with a first down. Now gain not much there, a yard or two down to the 48. Alex Singleton, they're on the tackle. They'll come up on a second down and 8.
319.
Here's Rodgers. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Nick Bonito in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's third down.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Throwing, Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you would love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
The Broncos offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll do so with first and 10.
Are you enjoying the gameplay?
Throw it. Mix. That is caught. One of the Steelers has it. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
The Steelers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on first and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen that time. Third down coming up.
319.
To throw is Rodgers. That one into the hands of Thielen. He's got it. It's a gain of 19 in the air. Good for a Steeler first down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense. You don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Rodgers now. That's complete to Metcalf. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They'll run the sneak, and he will have a Steelers first down. Able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Gainwell. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Texas. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Throwing is Nix. You'll find his tight end, that's Troutman.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him. Because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. They didn't do a whole lot offensively, but they didn't need to. Defense star of the show here in this one as they go on to post the shutout. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.
I've been dealing, billing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us, still ride with a in the fleece. I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the higher. These they come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual force, just fighting the demons, really for lifers. Karma, with your energy harness. If I'm back in the corner, I might get it clicking until I just feel a nirvana. I see blood in the water, homies are gone, he couldn't see the piranhas. Got it hot as Nevada, I'm from the bottom, on treacherous timing. They'll pop your melon in front of those seeds over that beef and broccoli. He poked his chest, now he can't breathe over that ego popping. I put that glass on my wrist and went window shopping. Gotta sow your seeds, they wouldn't believe on all of the fruits that blossom. Got the enemy toppled, I got the energy turning like 20 more notches. I've been trusting the process, no other option really is bigger than me. Got infinity stones inside of me deep, and I let the chakras speak. I will not retreat, you can never compete, your flesh is way too weak. I've been dealing, billing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching, God is beside us. Still ride with a in the fleece, I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the higher. These they come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual force, just fighting the demons, really for lifers. I was stuck in the state of me trying to survive. I was ready to rise and ready to thrive and cut off the poisonous ties. Ain't no heart in the game, but even the courage we live in the wizard of Oz. Get the money and change, we ruin the vibes and checking and jiving. In a turbulent time, and we need a spiritual teaching to keep us alive. No more selling us lies or selling beside me while the enemy hide. Yeah, I'm feeling a change in order. Treading dangerous waters, the demise of falsely idols. Get exposed through code and morals. Ooh. I get the remedy, God is the centerpiece. Pray for my enemies, pray for my enemies. I get the tendency, you kinda finicky, huh? Dot on his head, dot on his nose. Follow the lamb, don't follow the goat. Pray for the homie, he died from. I've been dealing, billing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us, still ride with a in the fleece. I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the higher. These ain't come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual force, just fighting the demons, really for lifers.
What's happening? Hey, it's your boy Lil Jon. The big your me click. What's up, 40? What's happening? What's up, Sean Paul? What's happening? Hey, now ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time now. About that time. Turn this thing on out. Now let me see everybody do this. Hey, let's go. Snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, but then rock with it. Do it. Do a step with it. Put your hips with it. All my ladies, let me see you put a twist with it. You can't do it like me. I'm by myself. I do it so good. I don't need nobody else. What's happening? What's up? Got that fired up.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Now from Colorado's capital city, welcome to Denver. This is Empower Field at Mile High. Today, a good matchup here in the AFC. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos.
Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Mike Tirico, along with my partner Greg Olson, it's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Off we go from Denver. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2025 draft out of the U, out of Miami. It's Cam Ward.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 1. They'll run it with Tony Pollard. And I don't think he got that wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down. Out of the gun, Ward. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
And we've seen this time and time again. When this guy is in a groove like he is here, I mean, he's impossible to block. I mean, the offensive line, they've got to come up with a better plan to slow him down, or he's going to completely wreck this game.
To return, it's Mims. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
Well, it didn't take long for Bo Nix to establish himself as a bona fide starter in this league, winning the position with the Broncos as a rookie. He has all the intangibles, but really what sticks out the most, Mike, is the amount of starts he made in college. It's kind of similar to Brock Purdy. Very experienced at the college level. Let's see how that carries over here to the NFL level. Running these underneath crossing routes, you wouldn't imagine lead to a lot of explosive plays, but when done right, if you can get the receiver in open space and get the ball in their hands, there's a lot of opportunity for big run after the catch and generate chunk plays.
The throw on the uphill is batted away. That is incomplete. It's a good job of recognition by the defense, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Winston, their defensive
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
He's going to be out of bounds, but he will have enough to pick up a 1st down.
And the Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. That is brought in downfield by Sutton. 2nd time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Play action now. It's Nix. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw is Nix. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Here's Nix to throw. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for Broncos.
So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. 0-0 is the score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
Back to throw. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to have that 1st down. They didn't want to settle for 3. And now it's 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
From the 1, 2nd and goal.
I think this is one of those cases, Mike, where simple is better than creative. They try to get fancy, and not only do they not get the ball into the end zone, they don't even get the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. We're going to see here, this could end up costing them 6 points.
3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And he overshot his man. Out of the end zone, that one's incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver. And now they're faced with a 4th and goal. On 4th down, here's Nix. And this will pay off. It is caught. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Denver.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
And it's a poor kick here. Doesn't even make the landing zone. So that means the ball is going to come out to the 40-yard line.
Automatic 1st down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Let's go.
Shotgun snap for Ward. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
they've got to find a way to free him up, and whether that's moving him around the formation or using some pre-snap motion to get him better looks. But right now, it's been a lot of double coverage. It's been a lot of tight windows, and if they're going to have more success today on the offensive side of the ball, especially in the passing game, this offensive play caller needs to be more creative, freeing him up.
On first down, it's Ward. His pass, caught. It's Chigokonkwo. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Set to go now on 1st and 10. In motion, Okonkwo. Throwing again is Ward. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
That's another Titans first down.
Here we go.
To the air again. Ward. Throw on the run is complete. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
At the Broncos' 18-yard line.
Again, it's Ward. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get it.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
On 4th down, on is the veteran Joey Sly for the Titans field goal. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Sly's kick is good. And the Titans are on the board just before halftime.
By today's kicking standard, Mike, this is clearly a chip shot. I don't know if there was a lot of question that he'd make this one. So nice job making sure you end the half on a high note, coming away with 3.
Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. He finds his tight end, Ingram. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch. On the bootleg, it's Nix. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And it'll lead to a second down. They'll go play action with Nix. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. A 19-yard pickup there. First down, Broncos. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That one knocked away, and it's incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor, and this time it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play. And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Nix from the gun on third down. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looks like he has that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. To throw is Nix. This one down the field, but wind up incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Nix gonna throw for it. That's gonna be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on fourth and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
Let's go now. Let's go. Let's go.
Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of the first down. A pickup of 9.
So the challenge of these jet sweeps, Mike, is they happen so fast. Nowadays in these offenses, there's so much pre-snap motion that you don't know if the receiver's just going in regular motion or are they timing it up with the snap to...
Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
The Broncos offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with first and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. The tackle is going to be made down at the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
At the 40-yard line.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Throwing is Nix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Throwing, Nix. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Going to give the ball over on down. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Play action. Ward. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And that is knocked away. Incomplete. Nice play defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Big play coming up. This is third down. From the gun, here's Ward. Now, a deep ball here for Ridley. That one broken up and is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up fourth down. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come. This fourth down is looming. The Titans punting unit comes out to the field. Be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. Taken at the 19. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to take over once again. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That's taken in, it's R.J. Harvey. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On second down, it's Nix. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot. Play action now. It's Nix. That's caught once again by Ingram. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. motion. He'll set up to throw. This one not quite on target. Not him too much. That one falls incomplete. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready.
Now off the bootleg. He'll look to throw here. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Ready.
On 4th down, here's Mix. That is caught at the 3. He's driving for the goal line, will be stopped short, but has enough for the 1st down.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Back to throw is Nix. He's got his big tight end, Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Denver. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Lutz for the extra point. He's got it. And the Broncos extend their advantage to 14-3.
Broncos 14, Titans 3.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Oh, this ball is going to wind up nowhere close to the landing zone. Definite mishit there. This one's going to be spotted out beyond the 40.
Automatic first down. Okay, break.
This is 1st and 10.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
Out of the gun, Ward. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think like they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go.
Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Here's 2nd down.
Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. He was looking for Van Jefferson there. And it'll be 3rd down.
Ready, go. Fix the Eagles. Ready.
Throwing again is Ward. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. To the air again, Ward. He'll again get it to Ridley. And he will score! Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Again, it's Ward. He'll swing that out wide, and he cannot get in. The try for two comes up empty, so unable to get within a field goal. The difference remains 5. The timeouts are gone, so this becomes a must. They're going to line up on the onside kick.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense can just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation. Take a couple knees. Get on with the win.
Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. Well, victory well in hand. Still a little bit of time left here, but the defense can't stop the clock, so 3 kneel downs should be enough to end this one. We'll go play action with Nix. That is brought in downfield by Sutton. That one good for 26 yards.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only 1 remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation. And we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. 2nd and 11. Down to a knee, one more time. And that should just about do it. So this will wind up a win for the Broncos. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners. As we say, so long from Denver.
All I ever wanted was a black Grand National.